Welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Papal States campaign. We're closing in for the end, hopefully. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and attack Vienna. But before I do that, I will go ahead and show you a little bit of the positions of the other armies. So currently we've got Pietro, of course, ready to attack Vienna. But we also have Pompeo Gambrelli. In hindsight, I probably should have waited at least one turn before attacking Saxony, because it takes a long time to recover all the losses here. However, I did note that the French garrison in Prague were pretty low, and the fact that they've got it's a steam power factory. I was hoping that it would be a small arms factory, which actually gives replenishment rate. But I'm hoping that I can at least take this and speed on the end of the French. So we'll take that out hopefully at the same time as we take this. Now we did have the Guard army move down, take Croatia. Now the French have moved in and retaken it. And this kind of opens up for an attack to Venice. However, I think as I'm about to take Vienna, that's going to take priority. Also, as I'm going to rise up the Austrians, if the French don't declare war on them, they won't be able to pass through here. And so, where then is the Guard army? Well, the Guard army has continued down here. Very quickly was able to take over Belgrade undefended, and now is heading towards Transylvania. Now, I do not want Transylvania to be the last province that we take off the French. So I would rather have it somewhere else. So I'm thinking, hopefully, that we'll be able to kind of close out this bit, hand it all back to the Austrians, and then we'll slowly kind of follow after Napoleon to around here, and we'll kind of end it in Poland. Hopefully the Russians will continue and actually be able to take Lemberg back. But with all that said, it's time to go ahead and liberate the old Austrians, the Habsburgs. So let's go. Oh! Unexpected. Now I'm just gonna see where that... Oh, it's the force up here that's gonna come in. Polish Grenadiers. Let's go ahead and take a look at this again. 3 units of Polish Grenadiers. The Grand Battery. We've got Saxon Guards here. Lots of Cuirassiers. Guns. Howitzer, pretty useless. Guards. Huh. Okay. Right. Well, I have howitzers as well. Suddenly this turned out to be a worse battle than I thought. Why did I not think of these? I guess I was kind of distracted the fact that there's so many gentlemen around that I got mistaken by that. But we need to keep in mind then that this force is going to turn up behind us to the left, kind of. I could actually set up and prepare to kill them as soon as they enter the map, if I can figure out where they exactly where they come in from, and I could deal a blow very early on, and I wouldn't need to worry about this rather impressive force actually coming up and attacking me in the back. But we won't know until we actually conduct the battle. So without further ado, let's move on to the battlefield. Right! And so the battle is underway. I've been moving up my hussars on the flanks, trying to scout out the enemy army as it's moving forward. We ran into some problems early on where we ran into their lines, which I was trying to scout out. Currently, of course, the enemy reinforcement turning up from the back isn't coming because the enemy's got a proper full stack which I should have figured out, right? Oh, did we take out one of the batteries that were here? Then we might see the enemy reinforcements turn up. I'm moving some troops forward to try and see if we can't find some kind of semblance of an enemy force. I'm gonna move the hussars now into it back to attack these guns. And maybe, just maybe, I can get through the village and attack those guns. I'm gonna hold fire with a 12-pounder. We're closing in. Here's the main line. We got grenadiers. They're noticing and they are turning their troops, but unfortunately for them, it's too late. Alright, now we can see them. Oh, and they're coming up, yeah, they're coming up straight behind me. I'm gonna detach all of these troops to move that way. Let's have the hussars move away. Okay, I tried here, I ran into local partisans and the braves. So unfortunately, we cannot do anything about that. I want to move, let's move the guns closer up to the line. And then the 2 guard cavalry units, situated like that, with the dragoons moved to the center to support there. I'm going to move forward the general. Alright, they're coming in with 2 cavalry units. And they're moving in quickly. Let's see if we can't move the troops into position here. I'm gonna stop these units, move them into squares. See if we can possibly halt the enemy by making a load of squares behind the main line. I was trying to avoid getting sandwiched, but right now that's exactly what is happening. As soon as the cavalry is dealt with, at least the infantry will hopefully be able to move in with sufficient power to deal with... Actually, you need to go a little bit further, I think, before you form your square. The squares are holding, which is good. And as of yet, the troops over here aren't attacking, so that's even better. Let's see, maybe I can get the hussars all the way around. And these hussars are kind of being chased by the enemy general. We're gonna move the 12-pound right up into the middle of the line. Send him up for canister. As the enemy is not really moving against us, I'm going to detach 1 of the guard cavalry. So it's going to be first Torino is going to move over here. We are losing a few troops in the squares, but the squares are holding in large part. Got enemy Chasseur Cheval riding straight into prepared lines. Horrible strategy by the French. We're gonna hold off on trying to attack these as of now, as well we're occupied from both angles. Right, before any more troops turn up, we want to close in the distance on this. See if we can't get that reinforcement before it joins the battle. What I note here with the terrain is, for the gun, it's probably best to set up somewhere around here. And then we do have a hill where we have impossible terrain, so we could kind of force the enemy, the way they're marching, to fight us in a specific area. Let's see, the howitzers are ready. Oh, Sounds like cavalry. And I accidentally selected cavalry. Damn. Go around. This one's the one in trouble. Hasn't lost too many men yet. But that could happen. Guard cavalry's coming around, hitting them over there. It's not the best of idea to conduct a battle when you're... look at that. Let's form square here. Guard Dragoons is a powerful unit. Maybe I'm even able to get one of the Grenadiers up and around there. But it is mighty dangerous to advance this close. This cavalry unit can get up on the hill. Right. Oh, here's the big batteries coming in. Infantry continue forward. Cavalry storm towards that end. Okay, we do actually have enemy infantry units closing in here. I need to get rid of that. We'll deploy it real quick. Fire canister up the side. Oh, looks like this side is possibly attacking. Dragoons up through here. Hussars around here. Hussars around here. Yeah, it looks like they're conducting an attack. Can I get the canister fired right here? Oh, my cavalry is dealing with the troops.
Our general is under attack.
That just entered the field. What are we dealing with right now? Oh, it's the old guard chasseur. We'll have to hold for there for now. You gotta drop the square. I feel like the general's probably gonna be needed around here, where they don't have that much support. Canister's gonna be set up here. Oh. Right, deal with those. Guns over there. Let's see if we can get the dragoons.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have been shooting into the troops here, but at least we're now setting up the lines. This could go badly. Now I kind of feel like this side is the one that we're more likely to win. The enemy's been moving back, actually, which I don't really get. Enemy cavalry is coming straight in, going straight into the canister.
Is soon to be yours.
Unfortunately for me, though, that's clearly not enough. That's not great, because now I can't move the guns after this. Get down and attack them. I don't know where they're going. They're the army that cannot retreat. So that's kind of odd. What is going on here? Let's go ahead and see the Polish Grenadiers. I think they're Polish anyways. It's hard fighting, but the enemy's kind of just marching straight into us. And I don't know, this army is continuously retreating. We have a chance here going for their howitzer. Let's attack them as they retreat. You can get back on the guns. See, charging down all those troops. The lines here are holding. Probably should increase the lines. Move forward more quickly. Hold that position. Let's go back to this side. Oh, the cannon crew snagged onto that. That's not great. The cavalry is now coming in around though. Oh, the general rode straight into the enemy. They're really chasing down my cannon. For some reason. Well, obviously it's a powerful unit, but never really seen them go after them like that. We're too close to kind of call the attack off. Really what they were chasing the unit that came in after. Regain a little bit of your morale before retreating. Okay, we managed to save the battery somewhat. Let's see. I will allow this hussar to continue. The other two cavalry units will pull off. And then the infantry will continue towards the enemy. My howitzers are out of range. They need to be moved closer. The enemy is moving, just running away. And as in terms of the reinforcements, I think we forced most of them away. I don't think they're coming back. So now I can solely focus on these. I'm gonna keep the troops up there for a little bit longer before I recall them to the fight. Can we get the two hussars to set up in the flank together with the dragoon? Oh, they're now moving to meet us, looks like. Can I get these three to kind of get hold in this forested area? Then we can see about getting these into a position like that. Cavalry closing in like that. Howitzers joining us. Okay, I'm not gonna ask all these units to join us. Although I think the battle will be over by the time they reach the fight. Dragoons will now take position here instead. Let's go ahead and inspire these. Maybe they were luring me away. They're really clever. This is just a way to lure me further away from my reinforcements, as they're now moving in pretty hard with guard infantry and other powerful units before my troops are ready. Hold and open fire. I'm gonna need those hussars pretty darn quickly here. We do have a center of local partisans. That is probably quite a ripe target. And the units here are actually holding out. I'm gonna order in the cavalry to come in there. Let's get both the hussars coming down from that angle. You're chasing up here. Hopefully panic will spread as the... Ooh! Howitzer shot just exploded here. The local partisan is hopefully gonna break. Lots of infantry is now breaking. I'm gonna order all of this line forward. I'm gonna move the general forward. Gonna order the howitzers to hold fire as we're now too close. Let's see if we can't break these. It's gonna order in extra measures to break them. I'm gonna rally and inspire the 2nd Louise to hold. The infantry's going in. Checking the map just in case there's no one coming after us. It's all more or less local partisans. It's the 18E, the 18th Regiment, the Braves, who is kind of holding on there. Local partisan, 86th Regiment of Foot, and then of course their
Our men are running, sir.
cavalry unit. Order the grenadiers into line to face the enemy. The general is right there with them. The hussars will continue together with the cavalry after those, and then we'll organize the 3 line infantry to move towards the road. Cavalry beaten but rallied really quickly. Oh, I thought I told you to halt. Major part of the enemy line is faltering. Only really the general is the unit that stays put. And I could order the cavalry to attack there, but I feel like we'd probably lose troops from that, so we probably have a better chance at just trying to shoot them down. But now they've got a real traffic jam going on over here, and the cuirassiers very timidly move forward into an attack. We've got grenadiers lining up to shoot at us. We're gonna move up to meet them. But with the enemy general broken, and we can see that their army is broken at this point, they stand no chance, and I will declare myself the victor of this battlefield. And so there it goes. The Battle of Vienna. It was an heroic victory, and rightly so. We were outnumbered by 2,500 men. We were attacked from both sides, but we were able to thwart the enemy. We lost 1,444, while the enemy ended up losing 6,500 men, leaving only 1,000 remaining for their part. In terms of kills, it goes to one of the guard cavalry, the one with only 34 men left at the end, then followed by line infantry at 552. Kind of surprised that they managed to get that many kills. No single chevron. Second guard cavalry also managed to get a lot. They got a ton of chevrons. And as we go through, my general staff managed to get 24 somehow. But there we have that. And it looks like my general got a trait of some kind. But before we go ahead and that, I'm gonna go ahead and liberate the Austrians. So what did he get? Grasp of the shovel. I thought he would. I was hoping he'd get something more interesting than that. Well, we've got great replenishment in this region, but I do think I'll move a little bit closer to the bridge here as... Actually, I probably would be going south, if going anywhere, to close out the troops that are situated over here. Now, I'm sure the French are not too happy with... They're happy with everyone, they hate everyone except the Bavarians for some reason. Everyone likes me except the British and the French. British do not like us. I'm gonna go ahead and set up trade with the Austrians, and the Austrians need to catch up in terms of technology. Just gonna give that to them, and then we're gonna carry on for the second battle of this video. Try and seize this area. Okay, so they retreat, which is good. And I don't have to do two battles. Oh, I did not make it, and I won't be making it here. But I can end turn, and we'll get to see if I'm able to pull off what I'm planning to do. And also, as soon as I can, I want to see if the French go ahead and declare war on them first. But otherwise, I'm gonna hand over, maybe I should already actually hand over Belgrade to the Austrians. The Austrians are happy with everyone, besides the Romanians. They don't like the Romanians for some reason. And the Swiss. We're gonna hand over this region. And as we do, I'm sure the Austrians would like a little bit of money as well to keep them on their way. Wonderful. Now, they've got Belgrade under their control and the Balkans. So at least they got two territories to work with. And hopefully I deny the French these two areas for a little bit. And the thing is, unlike me, the Austrians should be able to recruit troops. Oh. Oh yeah, the French built an opera house down there. Some sort of 3D chess here where they were thinking, oh, eventually he's going to hand this over to the Austrians. And if we build a theater here, they won't be able to recruit any troops. That's exactly how clever the AI is, usually, isn't it? Alright, enough of that. Let's go ahead and end turn and see what France comes up with in response. The French army sallies forth, and I realize that I'm heavily outgunned. This will be quite a tough battle, and I'd probably be better off adding that to its own video. We're gonna try and retreat. We can't. Did I end up in worse or better territory? Who knows? Looks like I'm gonna have to fight this one. So, onwards to the battlefield. The battle is underway. The French troops are closing in on this hillside that we have chosen to fortify. I do think the French are close enough now for canister work. They're focusing their attack on my most left flank. We'll see how that pays off for them. I'm gonna move General over there. I've got the first Giovanni on the right, which I thought they were gonna attack. And we've got the, let's see, the A1 battery over on the right as well. So we got the name units almost as far as we can from the action. Almost. As cavalry comes straight towards the first Giovanni. Our lines are strong though. And the units are dug in, even though some get very ballsy and go straight up onto the ramparts. Well, they're closing in. They're getting very close here to the cannons, which are lining up for canister. Ooh, that was a nice hit. Another nice hit. Breaks the unit before they reach the guns. We're gonna get more of these. This one's ready to fire, I think. No. Let's see. Any more ready? This one's ready to fire. Boom! Now this one's ready to fire. Fire, damn you! That one fired. Blew a hole through there. This one adds to the damage. This one's ready to fire. Another good canister. The French are sent off. This unit, which was a bit silly by moving out, has lost tons of troops. I don't know if it had a chevron to begin with, or if it just now gained one. Oh, the chasseurs once more come at us. But the line will hold. The enemy has formed square out there. I wonder, the canister probably doesn't reach, but I could target them with a round shot. Let's force them to break their stupid square.
Our general is under attack.
You say that when he's not really under attack, and usually what happens, the only thing that happens is whatever I'm recording for a close-up at the end screen, that gets screwed up by the fact that they say stuff like that. Right, these two, I think we've got the enemy where we want them. So I'm gonna move some units out here, and we're gonna see about leveling as much damage on them as possible. I think we've broken them. Most of their troops are on that side, so the reserves that was set to protect the cannons will now move to support here, and we will make our advance through there. I don't even know if they're within reach to fire a canister anymore. It's probably only this gun which could possibly fire a canister, just as the enemy decides to get closer towards us here. They're breaking! You know what? Go after them. Round shot after the dragoons. This entire side will advance. The troops here moving out to meet the enemy in bayonet attacks. You know what? We're probably going to fire at our own if we keep firing that way. Round shot towards the guards' cannons. Maybe not the greatest idea to start off a big melee charge into oncoming cavalry. Probably it's not going to work out too well for my militia. But I'm going to move in the general to support. Oh, we've got enemies spotted out here. Quickly move in to surround them. But I still want infantry to advance upon the enemy. As of yet, my troops are holding. But we're not really doing much damage, are we? Excess units will be pulled off. And we'll see about going around the flanks. Setting up to shoot them down. Alright, we were able to kind of surround this guy.
Our men are running, sir.
I thought it was that unit that was going to set up to run. Let's get around the corners here. As quickly as we can. Let's try to hold on. They are breaking just by the sheer numbers of our troops. And he was broken as well. Continue following after him. I've got all my batteries now chasing after, firing on this. Alright, you guys ready to fire or what? I feel like I only need a few of them to start firing to get the enemy going. Why aren't you wanting to fire? Oh. Well, this is a little bit dangerous. Luckily for me, we just kind of killed the battery with the amount of cannon shots we've been leveling onto them, leaving only the general left. Oh, we got him. We got that unit. We probably lost so many militiamen in that fight. Alright, so it's down to Giovanni and random militia unit plus the cannons to deal with that. Oh, the guns are back, but only for a second. Oh, the cavalry is back. I doubt they'll stand long enough though. Form square just to be sure. They make their attack, but they're halted. I feel like there's a risk here. My general's gonna get shot by our own cannonballs if we get any closer within the line of fire. But that's it. The cuirassiers don't seem to have any self-preservation whatsoever. Not interested in saving themselves. So I think we pretty much can call this a victory. And so I will. Another heroic victory. We took out all of the enemy force besides 600 men, so they went from 2,500 or 2,600 roughly to just 600. We lost 1,400 men, so we went from 4,800 to 3,400. Highest killers goes to the 6-pounders. Not as high amount of killers I thought, but we're still talking about 300 to 250 men. We also have a militia unit here gaining 3 chevrons during the fight. I bet it's the one that lost so many men that moved up on the line. It went from 1 chevron to 3 in this battle, so that's pretty impressive. We also have a few others gaining chevrons in the battle. Tactical retreat by Pompeo Gambrelli, because the Prussians decided to declare war on the Saxons. So my quick victory here was thwarted, and instead I end up way down here because of the bloody Prussians. And now I'm gonna have to march all the way around to get to attack this. And what does the Prussians do? They have declared war on my former vassal, the Bavarians, and then also the Saxons. How are those wars going? Well, not very well. And how is the war against Napoleon going? Not very well either, because they just lost the castle at Breslau in Silesia. So, yeah, Napoleon is going just as well as before, and the Prussians are doing nothing to aid me in that. Instead, they are being little bastards, doing all kinds of trouble. Superior General and darling of the gutter press. Yes, I imagine he would be, given what he just accomplished. I'll go ahead and lay siege to this area, so they can't gain any more reinforcements. Still a mighty force though, with Guard Grenadiers, the old guard, still holding on in that area. We're gonna move this force. I could actually bring this one to bear here instead of Gambrelli, but I think we have a bigger chance by moving this force down to take Croatia and closing the French off from the sea. Go ahead and lay blockade there. Right. Seems like I can't give no independent German state. It's all gonna be swallowed by mighty Prussia. Anyways, we've had 2 battles. The longer I drag out here, the longer the video is gonna be. It's probably closing in on an hour already. I'll do more footwork in between the episodes, and we'll see where we end up. I'm not gonna do any major battles, but I could definitely see me doing this one off camera, and possibly this one if the French continue the evacuation as they're currently going towards Budapest, and then probably going up to join Napoleon wherever he went. There he is, actually. To join with the rest of the French forces around Poland as they're kind of leaving the old Austro-Hungarian territory. I could quickly move in and grab that and slowly grab up territory like that, and we'll see where we end up though. And I should really end it now because the video is long as it is. And so, with all of that, I will say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys for the next one. Bye.